Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this quick recording that we are doing with Dale Flanders, who is the Executive Director of Evergreen Christian Outreach, also popularly known as EChO. Dale has been leading that organization since 2021, and we're super excited. The Spring Boogie, is going to be benefiting EChO this year on April 25th, starting at 5:30. It's going to be a fun evening of music and dance and auctions and ways that we can raise money and honor and celebrate the exciting work that ECHO's been able to do. So, Dale, thank you so much for doing this quick video shoot with me.
Oh, thanks for letting me come on board there, Kyle.
I'd like to start with a question that I think is interesting, which is what are some of the things that people tend to think about, in your opinion, when they hear Evergreen Christian Outreach?
Yeah, I think if you were to go out on the streets of Evergreen and say, "What do you know about ECHO?" Most people would say, "Well, they have a resale store, they have a food pantry." Maybe they would know that we have a shelter that's open during the winter months. They would generally say ECHO helps people who are in need, right? So kind of some very basic things. And we have some great numbers to go along with those kind of individual things. Like last year, we served about 1,200 people through our food pantry. 1,200, not people, households through a food pantry. The food they access through the pantry probably provided food for about almost a 500,000 meals. It's a big number, right? We have about 326,000 pounds of food that were donated. We gave out 100 cords of firewood to provide heating support. We had 526 households meet with our case managers. We moved 24 people into permanent housing after being homeless. We have 500 volunteers. I mean, these are huge numbers in a community like Evergreen, just of the scale of what we do. And I think people would be surprised by the numbers, but the types of things, food pantry, resale, shelter, they go, yeah, they do those things, those activities.
Well, what are some of the things that you wish people knew about ECHO? Because I mean, you do so much. I mean, it's flabbergasting to me that you have helped 1,200 households. I mean, you think there's a few people in each household, and so that number
Right.
just grows exponentially. What are some of the things that you do wish people knew about your organization?
Well, I think if they knew that within that 1,200 households, that's about, within that, it's about 22% of the households of Evergreen. So I think they don't know the depth of need. And then I really wish people could understand more what our mission statement means. So our mission statement says that ECHO champions people on their unique path from survival to success. And there's a really important word in there, and that's the word champion. It's not champion like a noun, we're the champions. It's to champion someone. And so in this case, to champion someone means to actively support or advocate for or stand up for someone, right? So what we mean by that is that our work is it's comprehensive, it's personalized, it's meaningful support system that we provide for people, spanning diverse needs, diving deep into each person's path. That's what sets us apart. We have people come visit our work to say, how do you do what you do? How do you move 24 people from homelessness into permanent housing? Well, we do that by bringing the full comprehensive set of tools we have, which would be the food pantry, which would be case management, might be the shelter, might be the opportunity to look in somebody and say, what can we do for you? It's about the person in front of us. So it's really about, I want people to know the depth of what we do, not just the scale of numbers. Really, we're not really about just scaling up numbers. We're about expanding and enriching the scope of what it means to be a champion for someone. Because that's where life change happens, and it's profound and it impacts a whole community.
Well, and speaking of our lovely community out here in the Greater Mountain Foothills, I know they love to rally around, organizations like yourself who are doing these amazing things to just support the community on all different
Mhm.
levels, like you do. So, if they want to learn some more, what are some of the different ways that they can find out more about your organization besides coming to the Spring Boogie?
There are a lot of different ways they could reach out to. They could reach out to me individually. at my email address, which is dale@evergreenchristianoutreach.org. They could contact our front desk. They could go on our website and search out our volunteer director, Mary, and she can contact them for the tour. One of the best things people could do is say, I'm going to get in touch with Dale, and I want to do a tour of EChO because that will change your perspective of what we do. There's a moment on every tour that I do through the building where we get towards the back, we've walked through the food pantry, we've looked at the client closet, we're in the hallway where the case managers are. And at some point, every time I do a tour, the person looks at me and goes, I had no idea how expansive this is and how much you do. So that's the best way to learn. Say, hey, Dale, I want to do a tour. I will give you a tour like that.
And you know what? I'm an advocate myself. I mean, I've volunteered
Yep.
several days last year to help out in the food pantry and just helping to unload the trucks and,
Right.
put the goods together out on the shelves for people. Amazing to me how fast sometimes some of that
Yeah,
stuff just moves right along.
it
And
does.
also the generosity of some of the other individuals who come by
Mm,
with prepared meals for you to
yep.
be able to put out. I mean, I love it. What is the website address? I know you mentioned the website, but let's give it to everybody.
Yeah, it's evergreenchristianoutreach.org.
All right. Well, everyone who's listening right now, do not forget the Spring Boogie on Friday, April 25th. Go to boogieatthebarn.com to get your tickets and additional information. That event is going to be supported by two amazing bands. We have John and Jared, who are a local show. If you've been in Evergreen for the last year, I'm sure you may have seen them play. They're fantastic.
Mm.
And then our headliner, which is Home Slice, great R&B funk dance band. You can't believe how many hits they just play back to back to back. If you're not dancing, I'm sorry, you're not alive. Everybody gets out there, so it's going to be a fantastic night. And like I said, we're also going to have some auctions of some different items, like a wine auction. So, make sure you bring your card for that because you could go and end up going home with a great bottle of wine from the evening. And even better than that, no matter what you do, when you come out, you're helping to support the benefit that we're having here for Evergreen Christian Outreach and all the amazing work that organization and Dale is leading to do in our community. So get your tickets and we'll see you there.
All right. I look forward to meeting you guys there. I'll be there.